What's up guys, Kerry from KJB back again with another episode of the Leicester City career mode. I hope I find you very well today. Now you join me straight after the 3-1 loss. I've decided after a draw against Burnley in the league, a loss against Man City and a loss against Man U, it's time we start turning it around. So I'm back straight away. We're going to play Spurs, sim Bolo Glidmt, and I might sim one of these and play one of these as well, just to get a bit more progression. And then come back around this sort of period. Spurs have a very similar team to what they started with. The front three belong to Spurs as it is. Vicario is still in goal. They do have Camavinga, who's very good. That Myers is a brilliant centre-back. And Hakimi gives me flashbacks of his Spurs being very good on his career mode. We're going with our best favoured starting 11. It's the team you're used to seeing. We're going to jump straight in. They probably did all play the Man U match, and we're looking for a bit of a bounce back from them. We're at home as well, so I'm hoping we can make our home stadium a bit of a fortress. I say that a lot as well, but the home results really do matter, especially when we're looking for top 4 in a very, very difficult Premier League. Kimi just shrugs off Barnes, gets around Maatsen, but he's done really well to poke that. Orban. Little knockdown for Clark out for Stewart, and we are looking to counter them very, very early on in this game. Orban takes a big touch past Myers. That is really nicely done. Gift Orban a cross goal, doesn't miss them. 1-0. We shouldn't really be having to get counter attacks of 7 minutes into a game, but Spurs just look like they're committed. When Orban knocked the header down to Clark and received it back, there was just no one back for him. It is as well the perfect response to last episode. Getting mauled in Manchester, a real drubbing at Manchester United, to then go 1-0 up against Spurs very early on, makes them want to come at attackers and should give us plenty more chances on a counter. Stewart's got a bit of a job to do against Bryan Hill. He's turned inside, he's got it onto a right, Papi Sarr's on it, Pope makes a really good save, Danzo didn't really get close enough. Kulusevski's ball in, it's a good one, Moretti does get it, Scott just hooks it clear, Myers knocks it down. The left back's on it. Great step in by Danso. That is brilliantly done. Stewart's done really well against Bryan Hill. Danso knocks it up for Jack Clark. And again, we're getting some space to counter-attack. Orban puts it out there for Maatsen to chase. Maatsen brings it down inside. Dewsbury Hall's done really well just to keep control of that ball. And now he's got the chance to put one in. It's gone over, but not one. 4-1 to give away by Maatsen. Kulusevski's just got the other side. Whips it really far post. Bryan Hill gets the shot. Stewart, great block. Camavinga picks it up though off a sloppy pass. Sarr gets the shot. Pope, comfortable. We're probably playing it a bit too risky. All this playing out from the back. It's just leading to them getting a few chances. We've done well with it there. Stewart on it. Tries to cut it back inside. Turns on it. Gives it to Alex Scott. There's Dewsbury Hall. Goes for a finesse. Good save Vicario. Barnes and Maatsen are linking up on this side. But again, Barnes has made the early run. Maatsen's cut back. Drags it back. There's Barnes. Dewsbury Hall. And did he? Waiting for a turn by Alex Scott. Puts it out there for Barnes instead. Can we look to get inside the box? Harvey Barnes skips past a man. Dewsbury Hall's on it. Or we're just absolutely playing it over. There we go. No, we're not playing it over. We're playing it brilliantly. What a goal. I've got a tendency to massively overwork moves, but I think I've scored one of my favourite goals of a series just there. We've absolutely just worked it around the defence, and he's absolutely wonderful. Just passed it from left to right, back to left, back to right, and eventually Scott's made a run. We've got a tap in. We're 2-0 up against Spurs. Just to come back to the goal, I overplay it so often in this career mode, as you see. Sometimes it even just gets cut where the chances just don't come, where we've had 3 against 3 and I've just played it back and nothing's really come of it. I'm so happy that we've managed to stay calm enough, work that space, the right runs have been made, and we've just scored a really, really beautiful goal. Scott's found Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall puts that one up for Orban. What a run he's made on the back. Smashes it past Vicario. I think this one's comfortable for us. 3-0. I couldn't ask for more. The way we're playing today has been nothing short of sensational. Sarr's just had his pocket pinched by Gift Orban. And he's got Jack Clark up in support. Again, we're going to slow it down. We're 3-0 up. We're not rushing to get goals. But if a chances come for a player like Orban to get a hat-trick, who's managed to sneak his way through, and it's still bobbling about in the box, Spurs are just shambles. Dansek plays it straight up for Jack Clark to chase. We've actually just bypassed the midfield completely in that move. Barnes has gone for an overhead kick and missed it. We don't even need the midfield to play to get through this Spurs defence. We're just drawing them out and absolutely capitalising on that. This is where we have gone a bit sloppy there. I've made a couple of diving tackles with the wrong players. Maatsen, though, has recovered beautifully. Barnes gives it to Orban. Orban is just running. Can he feed through Alex Scott? He does. Heavy touch. Vicario gathers. Unlucky. Stewart up against Gill. He's let Gill get the cross in, but we've done enough. That's not a good player to go down. Mark Gehi has gone down clutching his shoulder. He's being forced off as well. That is absolutely not what we want to see. Doyle's going to come on in his place. Pooge on for Scott. Kraus on for Ndidi. And Fatawu on for Barnes. That has ruined this almost perfect game that we've been playing today. That injury to Gehi is absolutely key. He is our captain now this season. It's a hard one to see. Maatsen's nearly curled one back in. Not a bad effort from him. Kamavinga just gets dispossessed by Danso in the tackle. Dujbihul gives it to Orban. Orban sends it out for Jack Clark, who takes a heavy touch. Jack Clark against his former club. Vicario does save it. Stewart, though, does win that. And he's handballed it, apparently. Lo Celso puts a dangerous one in. But again, Maatsen's aware to it. Clearance wasn't perfect. Doyle's done well to get in away. Fatawu now. Can he go on a bit of a run? Cuts inside with some R1 dribbling. Cuts again. Fatawu's running the length of the pitch. He's going for the shot on the outside. Smashes it past Vicario. We've scored 2 goal of the season contenders right there. 2 massively different types of goals as well. One was brilliantly worked. One was completely individualistic. Fatawu ran from his own half with some dribbling to cut through a defence and smashes it past Vicario. 4-0. This has been dominant. Ref just put him out of misery like that. 4-0. Huge result. Big news is Gehi's injury. Dislocated shoulder. He's out for 2 months. Callum Doyle, your turn to step up. It's a complete rotation against Bolo Glidmt in the Europa League. Can the B team do it? They do. Barnes, Ahmed and Doyle on the score sheets. We do have Bournemouth next, and I am going to quick sim this one as well. They do have Kim Min-jae. That's a great signing for them. And I'm going to bring you the Watford game straight after it. So we are going to just quick sim 3-3 draw. Orban and Barnes with the goals. But as a way of making more progress, we've just done that. Bring you the Watford game, see where we get to at that point. Watford are the next opponents. I can't tell you too much about this team. I presume they're newly promoted. A couple of new gens in there. Hurtado and Porteous, they're key players, and they want to try and counter-attack us. We've rotated slightly, bringing Kraus in. The bench does look completely different though, so we've got different options on the bench for this. I expect it to be somewhat comfortable, but I'm bringing you this one to show the difference between playing against Spurs, a team that will come at us and give us space to counter them, versus Watford, a more compact team where we've got to break them down. We should still have the quality to beat Watford. That is absolutely certain in my mind. I think our player ratings must be a hell of a lot better than them at this point in this career mode. But it's just the different styles we're going to be playing against. I think that's the key. That looks like poor keeping. Jack Clark might make me eat my words there, because that looks like that could be the opener. And that could be floodgates opening. Watford have now got our attackers. This could be a heavy one. Harvey Barnes to Scott. Scott on the edge, finesses it, and Marco does save that one. 5 minutes in, 2 chances. Clark's corner. Orban's not been found. Scott. That is a lovely little touch. Ball over, he's beautiful. It is 2-0. Kraus has justified his selection. It's a brilliant touch by Scott. The ball over is brilliant as well. Puts it right onto Kraus's head, just to head back across. Far post, finish. 2-0. Job done. All that talk about showing you a certain different style and how we struggle against low block teams and all of that kind of thing. We have absolutely put that to bed already. 10 minutes in. It's free. It's free. 10 minutes in, it's free, and Orban has just scored an overhead kick. See, I can justify the Spurs result. Orban's made it 4. I'm going to do something I don't normally do. And I'm going to sim to the end of this, because there's no point in you watching us absolutely drum Watford. Every chance we're getting is going in. I can explain the Spurs result because we've just caught them on counter-attacks, and they did have chances themselves. Watford have just not showed up at all. So, jump to sim, jump to result. It's finished 5-1. Happy days. At this point then, I'm going to bring you this Antwerp game, and I'm going to play with a B team, show you some other players, because that felt way too easy. I think if we do win this, we can win the group already. So I won't even need to bring you the last game of the Europa League stage. It's been such a good start to the season from us. The other good news at the minute is Mbeumo is back. He is back to full fitness, and that is absolutely brilliant for us to see. I can promise you as well, on the back of that Watford game, I haven't touched any settings or anything since I last played. In fact, I don't think I've played a game since I last played. I think Man U just caught us on a bad day. This is us just on a day where we're flying. So I know I can get absolutely beaten by the AI. But I know I could also drum out a couple of beatings as well. We've scored 8 in the 2 games I've shown you so far. Oh, they've dribbled it inside. Favre makes a brilliant stop early on. Moreno's ball in. Janssen wins a header. He's put it wide. He's got to be doing better. Not that I'm short on cash, but in terms of players to move on in order to make space for other signings, at the minute, Ahmed has not impressed. Good save again by Favre. You probably don't see much of it because he gets to making a final pass and he gives it away and it just gets cut out of the video. I'm looking for just a big improvement from him. Here he is now. Gets a round of defence. Going with a finesse. Goes on the wrong foot really. Gets a good save though. The Europa League is his platform to perform and make me want to keep him. And I just need him to up those performance levels. Great step in. Mbeumo gives it to Sammy Braybrook. There's Baldanzi. Ahmed goes on his left foot. Smashes one in. That's a lot better. Good save again. Butez. Starting to show a bit more of ourselves in this one. Braybrook gives it to Baldanzi. Baldanzi. Another one who hasn't impressed too much as of yet. Ahmed in the box. Great block. To think against Watford we'd already scored 4. Little Clark's just let Ajuki go past him. Gets in the box. Clark's not been strong. Favre has been brilliant in goal. Yusuf gets another save out of Favre. I don't know what the table was looking like. I should have really had a proper look before this game, but I'm presuming they're fighting for points because second place is going to be up for grabs. I don't even know if first place is up for grabs. I know Bolo Glidmt are on 0, so I'm presuming it's tight between... He's on side just. I'm presuming it's tight between Antwerp and Zagreb, and it might be even better for them. They're 1-0 up. It is good play. He's held off well. The ball is brilliant. I thought it was offside, but he's done really well just to lift it up and over the keeper. Little Clark knocks it forward from Mbeumo. Mbeumo gives it to Baldanzi. Baldanzi to Ahmed. 4th time is the charm for him. 1-1. Straight back in it. Vincent Janssen's the one breaking forward. Evans makes a brilliant step in. Mbeumo's just come back from one injury and it looks like they're going to try and injure him again. Good, it's a yellow card. He deserved at least a yellow for that. Mbeumo, thankfully, looks like he's okay. We just need to up our tempo a little bit, counter at press, and we should be okay. That is really unlucky not to come away with the ball there. We've had a couple of missed tackles in this move. Janssen, I knew that was going. I knew that was going in. I'm not even going to cut it from when Braybrook comes through because I knew that was going in. The amount of times that we got so close to pinching it. There's no reason Favre doesn't just push that past the post either because he gets close to it. He gets a hand on it and pushes it in. That is scripting at its finest right there. I want to go out and absolutely batter these now because of that. That has annoyed me. This whole episode has been perfect up until that point, but that is just the game saying, okay, now they've injured Mbeumo, and that one isn't a foul, even though it's from behind. This is not a good moment. This is not a good moment for this game. And they're 3-0 up. They're 3-0 up. We can't get close to them. It's like the Man U game. At least they're better quality. This is just a load of rubbish. Fatawu, Braybrook, Scott and Stewart are all coming on. We mean business. We're going to bring Orban on if it gets any worse. That's nice. Baldanzi in the box. He just smashes it towards the near post. It's come out for a corner. We've just about come away with that. Baldanzi takes the corner himself. Moffey, the target, has gone over him. Oh, for God's sake. Justin has just proved why he's not that right back now and Stewart is in the first team. He's absolutely been torn apart down that right-hand side for them and he's given away a really soft penalty. If I'm going that side, he does save it. That was really obvious which way he was going then. Moffey knocks it up for Fatawu. Fatawu's got to try and get past his man. He cuts in. That's not a ball roll. That is Moffey though. Moffey brings it back for Baldanzi. He just doesn't impress me when he's on the ball. He does not impress me in this team. Bringing Orban on. I want a result in this one now after all of the stuff has gone against us. I really want to push for it. Baldanzi's coming off. He's asked for minutes. I'd rather give young Barnes minutes than Baldanzi at this point. I just don't get on with him that well. I just don't get results and goals and output out of him. Evans has put a step in. He's done well. Ahmed plays up to Moffey. Now we're looking for these two to link. Orban puts it through. Moffey turns past his defence really, really well. Moffey smashes it home. There's one back. Fatawu to Moffey. Moffey to turn on it. Can he knock it back? Ahmed in the box. Gets the shot away. Hits the post. Great little move that. Stewart picks it up. Gets it down to the byline. Drags it back. Moffey the target. That's a weird one back to Kraus. But we've still got it. Orban in the box. He is just different gravy. He is absolutely a different level of player in this team. We've put a lot of pressure on in that last couple of minutes. But Orban just gets a chance inside the box and just smashes it past the keeper again. Keeper could be doing better on it, but we've brought it back. Orban himself has come on, assisted one, scored the other. And it's a shame as well, because I really like Turi Moffey, and this competition's all about getting him the minutes he needs. But Orban is just a different level of striker when we need him to play. Ahmed cuts around. Can we complete this comeback? Ahmed just doesn't go down. He could have won a foul there. Now their counter it is. On Drecker. Pulls one back. They are counter it is. They are countering as Taylor's dived in. Stewart, just why have you ran towards the ball? Let's have a look. It's annoyed me again this because the crossing's really good. We've got a lot of players out of position. But look at Stewart. Just watch Stewart's run here. Here, he turns on it. As soon as it gives me control, he locks on to running where the ball's going to land rather than trying to get in the way of a shot. Their wingers have torn our wing-backs apart. Either we look weak or they are really good there. But we've built ourselves back into the game really well. I'm gutted if this just slips at this point. Fatawu gives it to Orban. Orban to Moffey. Moffey gets a half turn, gets a chance, gets a save. Can we get the goalkeeper up? We've not. This is it. Now or never from the corner. Scott delivers it. Moffey the target. Scott's got another chance to put it in. Put it right onto Orban's head. Defence has done well. Defence has done really well there. I'm not going to be angry at that because Orban had a tap in if he didn't touch that down. I'm annoyed I've lost that one. He's had 6 shots, Vincent Janssen. He scored 3. I'm annoyed I've lost it just because of how that goal felt scripted against me. We nearly turned it around. We nearly came back, but fortunately, it wasn't to be this time. In terms of standings then, we are 5th in the Premier League, a point off Arsenal in 4th. Leeds are in 3rd. That just looks wrong. Europa League, Antwerp, that pretty much, that seals qualification for Antwerp, that win. So, us two are through. Real Madrid obviously are through already. Marseille through. Dortmund are through. Atalanta are through. It's not all done yet. A lot of teams could still not get through in that competition. It's very interesting at this point. I don't need to bring you that game, so I'm probably going to bring you Brighton onwards. and then the whole of a January transfer window, depending on FA Cups and that kind of thing. I hope you have enjoyed though. If you have, please leave a like on the video, comment on any feedback, subscribe to see more from us, and I'll see you next time. Bye!